Hey there. Got two people watching, I believe. How's everyone doing today? Just have a little movie playing in the background. Hope it's not too loud so I don't get booted off this live stream here. Hey Vasim, how you doing? I just decided to make a live stream again. Just something to do. You guys can hear me all right? Right on. So what you all doing today? Watching now? Watching? What am I watching? Phantasm. Nice. Heard some good things. Is it good? Mercy Black. I don't know if I'll have that on my Netflix. It's weird like that, depending on the area that you live in. Ah, hope you enjoy it. So yeah, I'm not doing much there today. Just a little bored. Backdraft is awesome, man. One of my favorites of all time. What a crazy movie. Did you see the second one yet? Second one wasn't as good. Yeah, there's a second one out there. I think last year or 2 years ago. I'll look it up on my phone for you. 2019. I don't know if you can see that. Oof, the glare. Backdraft 2. I know it's backwards, but it kind of continues after the first one. They do bring back some of the characters. Donald Sutherland returns, and Stephen Baldwin returns, but that's about it. Yeah, the first one by itself is the best. They shouldn't have made a second one. If they did make anything, they should have made a TV series out of Backdraft. I think that would have been better, because then you're not always expecting like the same actors for the film. What time is it where I am? It is 2:37 p.m. Eastern time. Wow. What crazy time differences. Before I know it, it'll be 7:40 here. Time flies. Hey, horror fan dad, how you doing, Ricky? Yeah, Tallman is awesome. He's one of my favorites. I have him as my notification on my phone going, boy. I can actually play that for you guys. I am in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, if you're wondering. The eastern part of Canada, but a mostly French area. And go figure, I don't speak a lick of French. All right, let's see if you guys can hear this. This is my notification. Yeah. Good old tall man. But not too bad. A little bored, so I decided to do a little live stream that's probably might turn out to be a little longer. I decided to bring an extra light. People said it was a little dark last time. I'm still looking to getting a better microphone and a better camera hookup so I can have better live streams going and maybe join into someone's live stream in the future, which would be pretty cool as well. Yeah, I gotta start watching the James Bond series again just to refresh my memory because there is a James Bond tag out there, and I'm very interested on doing that. And my mind went blank on half the movies. I was like, oh, I got to revisit every single one just to give me a refresher. And so far, it's been doing pretty good, and they're fun. I really do love James Bond. The sound is better on this stream, right on. Maybe I have it closer to my mouth type thing, and maybe I'm speaking a little louder this time. I don't know, but I'm glad everything's working decently. Plus, I was a little nervous the last time starting off my live stream, being the first live stream and all. Right now, Michael's going over to see the old lady. She's like a psychic type thing. She can tell his future. And they play a little trick on him with the box. If you guys don't know, I'm watching Phantasm. Something in the background. It's better than hearing my neighbors around the building and stuff. It's also why I also turn my head this way most of the this live stream. I do apologize for that. Yes, me too. Yeah, Roger Moore, he's my favorite Bond out of them all. Unfortunately, most people might disagree with me about that, and they might say Sean Connery, but I really, really do prefer Roger Moore. I'm glad we agree on that one. Watched Humanoids from the Deep for the first time last night. It was pretty good. No, I have not seen that, and it is on my list to watch, actually. Yeah, Phantasm is awesome. I can't get enough of Phantasm. It's movies like Phantasm that keeps making me not watch movies like Humanoid because I end up watching Phantasm instead, and Humanoids gets pushed to the side. And but I will get to Humanoids because I've been wanting to watch that. Hey, Nerdneck, how you doing? I should have called this my boredom live stream because I'm bored, so I'm doing a live stream. Not bad. Like I said, bored. Have Phantasm on. You may or may not hear it, depending, I guess, on the scene. No, I have not checked out the black hole yet. I actually been hearing good things about the black hole. What is that? A Disney film? I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about the black hole. I have not seen it yet, and I'm a little disappointed in myself because it's been out for quite a while, and that's actually on the top of my list. The black hole. Is it good though? Inheritance? I believe so. I think I saw that Inheritance. Oh, really? It connects to Nightmare on Elm Street? Now you really piqued my interest. Humanoid just popped up to the top of my list too. Wow. Really? With Simon Pegg? No, I don't think I seen it then in Inheritance. I love Simon Pegg. Oh, Grumpy Andrew. I'm gonna have to look for him. I don't think I'm subbed to Grumpy Andrew. Hmm. I'm really gonna have to check that one out. And I'm gonna have to go check out Grumpy Andrew. And I don't think I'm even subbed to Have Cheeto. Thanks for joining my live stream. I'm gonna see if I can sub to you right now. Just 1 second. Let's see here. There you go. Just sub to you. I hit the little bell for notifications. Not a problem. I love helping out with subs and everything, showing some love to everyone that does videos because of all the energy we put behind making our content. And anybody that supports me, I really don't mind supporting them back. Sorry, guys. Movie caught my interest again. They're walking. The girl's walking to the monastery, or whatever that place is. How does Humanoids connect to Nightmare on Elm Street? I think Black Hole was the Disney film to get a PG rating. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out a few of these films there, guys. Definitely. It won't be anytime this week because I'm busy with the James Bond films. I'm gonna be going crazy with the Bond films and try to get that tag out there as quickly as possible. I love doing tags; they're fun. They really are. But those are definitely on the top of my list. But yeah, it's a good question. How does Humanoids connect to Nightmare on Elm Street? There's a lot of crazy theories of many films. Carolyn, yeah, Carolyn is really. See now, Tim Burton. You know they always say he's a kid director for like kid films, but 90% of the time, I'd say it'd be a preteen kind of guy, or maybe an early teen film, because I would not let my kids really see some of that stuff, like Coraline. You know, that freaked me out when I first came out there, and I was over 20. So okay, says here. I will wait till Q sees Humanoids, otherwise I will spoil it for him. Ah, good man. Sorry if you're not a man. Apologize. I just comes out. Sometimes I call my sister bro by accident. It happens. Ouch. And the mystery continues. Yeah, mysteries are great though. Yeah, Tim Burton with his Batman was fantastic. Why he stopped making the Batman films is beyond me. They did so good the first two, and Michael Keaton wanted to return for part three, and did not once he found out that it wasn't going to be Tim Burton anymore. And when Joel Schumacher took over and put nipples on the Batman suit, everybody flipped out. Right on. I apologize if I offended you in any way. I don't mean to. I don't know who some people are because of the pictures. Even my picture doesn't show who I am. It shows a face hugger from Aliens. So, you know, I could be anyone unless you watch a video of mine and then you'll see who I am. Yes, Joyride is fantastic. It is a lot of fun. That's the one with Paul Walker, right? I believe. Joyride. Poor Paul Walker. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Right on. I'm glad that no one's offended. Because, like I said, even in my picture, it's a face hugger. Uh, Joyride 3 is better out of all Joyride series. I hope they make Joyride 4. Yeah, they seem to have gotten a little better throughout the making of them, which was weird because it's usually the first one that's the best, and then it kind of slows down. But no, it got better throughout the series. I agree. And Joyride 4. Sorry, I can't talk right this second. Joyride 4 would be fun, but again, I'm a TV series type of guy and think they should do a TV series out of Joyride. make some good old horror TV shows come back to TV, because I don't find there's enough horror TV shows out there. I know Joyride's not really a horror, but it is if you drive, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't own a vehicle of any sort, so. But if I did own a car, I wouldn't want to be getting chased down by some maniac in a truck or whatnot. Yeah, Deliver Us from Evil was actually pretty decent. I was quite impressed with that film. I find I seem to have a problem with possession films. I believe that one had a bit of possession in it. Um, uh, I want to see a full blown like demon take over a person. You know what I mean? But they don't really show that. They always show the person in a chair flipping and flopping about. I want to see some Reagan, stuff type deal, head spinning in a circle and walking down the stairs backwards type thing. I want to see more of that. Yeah, or horror channels. More than one, because it's sad. It really is. There's a whole whack of learning channels. There's a whole whack of comedy channels and cartoon channels. There's just so much out there. Sports channels, especially. There's like 5 sports channels for every channel that's out there. Where's the horror for the horror fans? There's action channels. And yeah, it's disappointing. You got to get stuff like Shudder or go outside the cable type deal to look for horror. And it's a little depressing. I do love other things besides horror. Don't get me wrong. I love good comedy, as long as it's not forced comedy. I don't like forced comedy. We need more horror series like Fear Itself and Masters of Horror. Yes, indeed, we do. Um, Reboots of shows would be nice. Continuations of shows, even if there are old ones. Like I would love to see a continuation of Tales from the Crypt. That would be cool. Since they got Creepshow out there, have a rival with the Tales from the Crypt, I think would be awesome. Bring some of the old horror characters that used to play, like Kane Hodder or Robert Englund, have them narrate some stories, like an anthology TV series would be cool. Something like that would be neat. Even a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, I think, would be best, because just to bring out a movie of Nightmare on Elm Street, people will shit all over it because it's not Robert Englund. And with a TV series, people should be expecting it's not the actors from the film, and hopefully get a background story on Freddy Krueger would be one of my, always what I wanted to know is a good background story on Krueger. And there's bits and parts here and there in different documentaries, but there's never a full-blown good documentary or story about Freddy. Okay, I gotta read this here. In the UK, Joyride was called Roadkill, but the sequels were called Joyride. Huh. That's weird, eh? Yeah, I love the way that they have different names for different areas. I really do enjoy that, because one, it confuses me on why they don't want to call it the original name. And 2, I love the fact that they're able to use a different name for that film. And some films have 2 to 3, even maybe 4 names to it, which is pretty funny. And the odd time you guys can find, I believe, posters where it has all the 4 different names or 3 different names on them, but they're expensive. But that is cool and interesting. I haven't checked out the Twilight Zone reboot. I saw trailers for it, and I was disappointed in the trailers. And after, I think it was the first season, everybody just said they didn't care for it type deal, and I never bothered to really watch it. But one day I might get into it, because I really do like the Twilight Zone. I love the movie. It was crazy. Us or Get Out. I only seen Get Out. I haven't seen Us yet, and I liked Get Out. I love the idea of Get Out, but I found it draggy a little bit. Um, the hype for it, I thought, was a little out there for such a slow burn movie to get to the ending to find out, that this girl's family and herself is just nuts. And I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Us apparently has been disappointing more than Get Out, and I found Get Out a little disappointing. So I haven't watched Us yet. Yeah, the Twilight Zone series kind of reminds me of Castle Rock series. The first season was interesting because of all the Stephen King idolisms in there. They talk about like Pennywise type thing, but not exactly Pennywise. But they do mention a creature that did come out around every 30 years or whatnot. They do throw in the Shawshank and a whole whack of other stories, but it didn't really go anywhere with those. And in the first season, they were kind of throwing out hints that they were going to go to the Overlook Hotel. So I was hoping for the Overlook Hotel for season 2, being a big fan of The Shining, and they didn't even go to the Overlook Hotel. They ended up dealing with the Misery storyline instead, and I was kind of disappointed big time in that. They could have went many different directions, but they went Misery, and that is a misery in all in itself. They could have went any other direction, but they went Misery. I couldn't believe they went Misery. And from that, people were not happy, and I don't know if they'll have a third season, especially with all this COVID still going on. I don't know when they'll be making a third season for most shows. So I'm not even looking forward to the third season. The Outer Limits reboot in the 90s was so damn good. Oh, yes, it was. I actually liked the reboot in the 90s better than the original. The original was cool, but I love the Sand King story with the little creatures in the sand was awesome. They built stuff and whatnot. That was really cool. And they had multiple episodes continuing into that one story, which I thought was cool. There was a few other stories on the Outer Limits, but those are the ones that really stuck with me. And I always loved the beginning. It was really, really cool. It caught my interest. When I was in my room and my mother, I believe, turned on the TV to put on the Outer Limits, and I heard the beginning play, I ended up running to the living room to watch it. My least favorite John Carpenter film, I don't have one. I like them all. Some equally, and some greater than any other film on this planet. But I don't have one that I don't like. I can't put that there. No, I liked Escape from LA. I like the first one was more serious. The second one was more fun to watch type thing. It was more of a fun watch, but I loved the music score better in the second. Like Escape from LA had a better music score and a better cast to me all around. I had more fun with the cast. So I fairly enjoyed Escape from LA. But yours is Escape from LA. That's the one that your least favorite. What's yours, Nernek? What's yours least favorite? The Quality of Mercy and The Light Brigade were my favorites. Nice. Ooh, that's easy. That's an easy one. As much praise as it gets, Last House on the Left, I'm not a fan of. Not at all. I'm not a big revenge type guy, especially when girls get raped type deal. I don't like that stuff. I'm not a fan of that. Like, I Spit on Your Grave. I'll watch them just to say I watched them, and then that's about it. But that'll be a big one for me, is Last House on the Left. Even the remake. Did not care for the remake. And I found it was a better one than the original. I don't know what Wes Craven was thinking, and I know it really made him popular with that film. Actually, that's funny. Out of all of the Screams type thing, the one that I did not like the most was Scream 2. Scream 3, I kind of liked the fact that they kind of tried to bring back a storyline with, sorry, I'm brain fart there. A name of Nev Campbell's character in that. You guys know it? I'm drawing a blank. I'm thinking of like Halloween and Michael and Jason and all them, all those final girls. Can't even think of her name. Costa Mars. The funny thing that Sydney. Thank you very much, Sydney. It just escaped. I was thinking Nancy, and I was thinking Lori, and I'm like, those aren't them. Yeah, Sydney. There's so many. Thank you so much, guys. There's just so many final girls, and the names just bunched up in my head and jumbled. The funny thing that I just found out about Ghost of Mars was John Carpenter was forced to do that film with Ice Cube in the movie. He did not want Ice Cube in the movie, and I agree he should not have had Ice Cube in the movie. And if he did, like, I would have changed Ice Cube's character with Jason Statham's character because I'm a big fan of Statham, and I think that would have been better to have Jason Statham as the big tough bad guy in that film. But yeah, I love the atmosphere. But the production and everything was terrible. The music was terrible. The storyline was terrible. But the idea was cool because I love the Mad Max idea of it. But other than that, yeah. I kind of agree. But is it, like, do I hate it? No. I can watch that, like, twice a year, 3 times a year. Just because I find it a fun watch. Oh, I do. Definitely, it would have made some difference. The acting from Ice Cube, I'm not a big fan of when he's not doing what is one of those like gangster type movies. I don't find he's good outside of that. Even when he played in Triple X, the second one there, I didn't care for it. And when he made his appearance in the third, I didn't care for that either. He's a decent actor, I guess, but not my favorite. Carpenter could have did more for the music score, I believe, and better with the visuals and everything. But I think he was pissed because he was forced to use Ice Cube, so he just let it kind of go. And is it my least favorite? It's close, actually, now that you bring it up. But like I said, I can watch it at least twice a year. Not a problem, man. Thanks for dropping by. It's fantastic to have you guys drop on by and chat with me for a bit. That's great. Like I said, I'm bored, nothing to do. You guys have stuff to do, feel free to go do it. I'm not here holding you guys hostage. Or am I? No, I'm not. I do have. I got to start working more on my Walking Dead reviews. I'm going to be doing the whole series up to date. I know there is going to be a new season coming out eventually, but right now I still got to do episode 2 for season 1, and I'm glad there's only 6 episodes for season 1. But yeah, I'm going to be continuing that soon enough. Yeah. Again, I was a little upset with Triple X2 because, I was hoping for Vin Diesel to return. Am I a big Vin Diesel fan? No, but I like actors being with the films that they started. Hey, welcome back. You heard Rick is coming back. Yeah, well, see now with The Walking Dead, it is so weird and messed up how they're doing it. Rick is coming back, but he's coming back in film. Um, they're doing three Walking Dead movies, and the first movie is going to be introducing Rick from where they left off, what happened to him when they picked him up with the helicopter, and where he ended up, and dealing with that. The second film will be him apparently meeting up with Michonne again and kind of trying to get him to come back. And the third one is them apparently coming back. I don't care if he's gay in real life. You know, he wants to float one boat and sink another. It's not my prerogative. They want to feel free, feel free. Haven't checked out Afterlife yet. But I'm a little upset with Andrew Lincoln. To be a big star and the main attraction for such a series, to want to just leave, I understand that he wanted to hang out more with his kids and stuff like that before they got too much older. But, you know, there is leeway on shows. He could have just took like a season off instead of quitting. But I don't know, man. If I was picked as an actor, I would stay that actor forever as long as I could. So, but that's just me. I don't know. Even if I had kids, I'd try to still be that actor in that show, movie, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I know he lives in the UK. And welcome to the live stream. I just. But yeah, I am happy to finally see Rick come back eventually. Not doing too bad. I'm a little bored, so I did this live stream here, and I'm going to be ending it at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So I still got like a good 2 hours to go. Any noise that you hear outside of this is just the movie Phantasm playing on the side, just so I don't hear my neighbors around me. I have my window open trying to get some cool air. Talking a bit about some Walking Dead. Another crazy thing about The Walking Dead is the sideshow Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead eventually kind of combines into The Walking Dead. So if you guys were kind of just staying away from Fear the Walking Dead, I advise to watch it. And it does kind of lead up into what's going on now with The Walking Dead. And I'm hoping they mash both shows together finally. And apparently I've heard, well, I didn't hear, but I read they're making another spin-off of The Walking Dead. And I don't even know what that's about. They just said they're making another one. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Actors get a kick-ass job, they become super popular, and then they just say, you know what? Screw you, fans. I'm going home, basically. And that's what they do. And then next thing you know, a month or two later, you see them on something else, a TV show or a movie. So it's like, did you just not like the fans or the show, or I have no idea with these actors sometimes. In the show, a couple of them do actually. I don't know how far any of you went with The Walking Dead, but Dwight ends up going over to Fear the Walking Dead, and Morgan, he ends up going over to Fear the Walking Dead. What happens with those characters, I'm going not to say, no spoilers, but it is interesting and made me enjoy Fear the Walking Dead a bit more. Oh, that's what it's about, really. See, I didn't know they came out with more info on that. Thank you. That is that sounds boring. You know, especially if they're going to just throw kids that we probably don't even know, unless it's Laurie's kid. You know, Judith. Maybe her and a couple of her friends. That would be cool. Her brother and a couple. Either way, it's a pretty decent show, and I kind of like what they're doing with Fear the Walking Dead. And I noticed not many people really talk about this show too much, and it deserves some credit. They have some really awesome, grotesque-looking zombies and some really brutal non-zombie kills from just crazy people being out there in the land of zombies. They have a trailer out from it. I'll check it out after. Definitely, I'll go take a look. I did not know they had a trailer already for it. But it's kind of sucky if they already have the trailer now. And The Walking Dead's not even over yet. See, now that show is going to go way down. It's not going to make it past the first season, I don't think, if it comes out too early. Because Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to be a prequel of The Walking Dead, and now they're coming out with a 10 years after The Walking Dead, before The Walking Dead is even over. I don't know. That's like poking the bear, you know? But I'm kind of excited about the sideshow of the Game of Thrones that they said they were coming out with, which is supposed to be a prequel. Yeah, apparently a teaser trailer for the Child's Play series has dropped. Oh, right on. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where'd you send it? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Messenger. Right on. Thanks, bro. If Brad Dourif isn't behind the voice of Chucky, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this Chucky, this Child's Play show. I'm getting sick of them always going after the really good franchises like Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, come out with something new would be cool. But I know we all been wanting a Child's Play show. Yeah, I know what Facebook Messenger meant. Only watched the first 2 episodes of The Walking Dead. Advised to watch more. It gets really crazy. Yep, I have Shudder. Thank God I have Shudder. I love Shudder. That's actually what I'm watching now. I'm watching Phantasm on Shudder, which is pretty cool. I love Shudder. Shudder is the best right now. Better than Netflix, I find. I always start off with the first one. I'll probably end up watching them all. I try to watch them all through. Again, I have a crazy theory on another franchise. Basically, my theory is that everything that happens throughout the first film to the 5th film is all going on inside Reggie's head and never really happens. He has met Jody and Michael in the past when he was the ice cream man, but something happened to him in between that time to make him always end up at a mental institution for some reason. And I think it's just all in his head, the tall man, the little guys. And it's weird how even some of the characters that die off come back in the next film. It's Shudder is owned by AMC. That is awesome because I love AMC. And why don't they have their shows on here, though? That's a little messed up. You watched Blood Machine yet? No, I haven't watched Blood Machine yet. I've been wanting to. It's like Star Wars meets Evil Dead 2. Well, now I'm intrigued, but I've been wanting to watch it. Yeah, you take care. You have a good day at work, Ricky. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that's dropped by so far. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that was. This has been fun so far. And I'll definitely stay safe. I always stay safe the best I can. I believe I have my mask somewhere over there that I wear for outside. I don't go as far as wearing gloves though, because my hands are always like sweaty and stuff, and it irritates my hands and gives me rashes. But I do put on that gel when I'm out there, and stay my distances, and I try to follow the rules the best I can. I can't wait for all this to be over so we can all get back on with our lives. It's been kicking us all in the butt. Yeah, like I said, I'll be on till 5 o'clock, and thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Take care. And I'm going to check out the, let's see here. Okay, cool. It's on my phone, so I definitely have the message you sent me with the trailer. Nothing that important on my phone. Hey, Phil. How you doing? Thanks for dropping by my live stream, man. One day I was thinking maybe we should do one together. Would be interesting. I don't know how to send any like request or anything to get someone else on here. Yeah, some TV series they start off kind of weak. Like for example, I'd have to give out Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. The first season was a little weak to me, and after that it picked right up and became to me a very awesome show. I love the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. Anything Joss Whedon I'm a big fan of, especially Firefly and his Serenity movie. I did watch Dollhouse and all his other ones, but every show he does seems to get canceled. You have to use StreamYard for groups free on the internet. I'll definitely look into that, man. Did not even know where to go or where to look, and that is awesome to find out. So yeah, I'm going to be definitely going to StreamYard soon. I'm actually going to write that down. That way there, I can have some people on my live streams, or I can join others. I think that would be pretty awesome. So I don't know if the lighting's a little better. I did put an extra light type thing to have it shining. Again, for everybody new that just came into the live stream, if you're hearing that extra noise, it's just Phantasm that I have playing in the background. Any new horror? Lately, no. It's been mostly all the old stuff that you've been recommending basically on your channel. I've been trying to catch up. My video stores really sucked a lot. Did not have half of the stuff you guys keep showing. And I'm glad that most of it is free on YouTube. And I'm going to be checking a lot of those films out, which I have been, and falling in love with quite a bit of them. Big one of mine that I have fallen in love with is The Stuff. I really, really enjoyed that film. I've been finding myself coming back to that one time and time again. But I've been actually doing watching a lot of James Bond for the James Bond tag. I've been trying to refresh my memory, and I saw Sean Urshan. He posted the James Bond tag. Yep, I got shining eyeballs. But yep, that's exactly what it is. Dollar store light, Dollarama, exactly the store. Dollarama. Um, Figured it's better than the darkness that it was before. You'll send me some pics. Big Angel fan, yeah, me too. I was disappointed that they canceled Angel. It was really getting to a really awesome part where all the demons ended up entering Earth, and I wanted to see the big battle with the demons, the good demons versus the bad demons. Yeah, the stuff is fantastic. I love this stuff. Galaxy of Terror, another one I have not seen yet. Um, Actually, I just for a new horror for me that I just watched actually was The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. Actually, I just watched that one, and it was actually pretty decent. Except I found the so-called vampires were very zombie-like, and I'm really guessing this was way before they decided that vampires had sharp teeth and stalked around normally. But yeah, I have to say that was the last newest one. Nice. Yeah, I love Vincent Price. He's one of my favorite from back in the day. I love Vincent Price. Christopher Lee is awesome. Peter Cushing. Um, Basically anything from Hitchcock as well. I love all Hitchcock stuff. The Masters of Horror made horror what it is today, basically. Well, if anybody entered an Eastwood for Life fans contest, the video is up now for the drawing. I'm going to have to check that out later. I have an entry for that. Yeah, I love The Flies. I love every single version of the Fly films. Um, I Out of the old ones, I'd have to say my favorite, I believe, is The Curse of the Fly, which was the third one. I believe, or it was the second one. I can't remember, where he was like a giant, like a man with a giant fly head and the fly arms type thing. I think that was the second one, maybe, I think. And of course, I love the remake with Jeff Goldblum. That one is my all-time favorite. And the second one wasn't too bad with Jeff Goldblum's kid type thing. The kind of the continuation from the Jeff Goldblum one, and that one had some interesting ideas for the film, but it's not one of my favorites. New horror for me, Virus of the Dead. Again, another one I have not seen. I feel so ashamed. Mask of Red Death is a fun one. Holy smokes. I should be writing all these down, the ones that I have not heard of. So the first Phantasm film is almost done, and I will be putting on the second one very shortly. Find it helps. What's your favorite Phantasm, guys? Mine, I'd have to say, is the first one. Always will be. Blew my mind the first time I watched it. Oh yeah, I love Phantasm. Actually, it's from quite a bit of people lately been showing their Phantasm collections, and it just got me into wanting to watch Phantasm again. Very, very awesome franchise if you have never seen it. Phantasm 2 is your favorite. I love the first one. Really blew my mind. I was not expecting what I saw, and especially at the end of the first one when you thought Tall Man was good and gone, and he comes through the mirror, I believe it is. Just wow. Well, see, Ravager. Um, the Tall Man passed away in the making of the Ravager, I believe, so they used a lot of CGI. Yes, you were, Phil. You were indeed. You were one of those people showing off one of your beautiful collections of Phantasm, and yeah, I decided to wanting to watch that film. Well, the whole franchise actually. But yeah, like I was saying, Ravager, the Tall Man passed away in the making of it, I believe, and they used CGI to do the faceover. Um, I guess, like I said, I have a weird theory on Phantasm where I believe it's all in Reggie's head. Every last film, Reggie seemed to be ice cream delivery man and was good friends with Jody and Michael, but something happened, which we'll never know. Um, he always seems to end up at a mental institution, and I think it was who was it, Jody, that died in one of the films, but he came back in one of them, and it just they never explain most of what happens near the end of the films, and that's what makes me come to the conclusion that it's all in Reggie's head, especially Ravager when it commingled in with each other. I think that was the proven fact that Reggie was just going nuts in his head, and he couldn't take it anymore. But that is my theory on this film. I'll always think it's all in Reggie's head every last film of this, and yeah, that's what I think. Basically, that's my theory on this film. I think Reggie is just a really crazy guy with a great crazy idea in his head continuously going on. The ball is back. You ain't missing anything in Virus. Virus of the Dead. Ah, right on. Not a problem, Phil. I never force anyone to watch anything that I do. Ah, yeah, it's. I've been watching binge watching movies like an animal. Um, a lot of them goes into my head and stays there, and then there's a few things that just escape it, and that is one of them. Uh, what kind of bugs me a little bit sometimes is when I go to do a movie review. I really have to watch the movie and pay attention to what I'm watching and try to tone out all the other things that I just watched or am going to be watching, just so I can focus on that one thing I'm going to review. Sometimes it doesn't work out well. Sometimes I just keep thinking of something else. But hey, that's the fun of making videos. I really do find it interesting on how my brain works sometimes. Almost done my coffee. Big cup too, eh? You think it'd be heavy, but it really isn't. It's one of the lightest cups I've ever had, and I fill it up to here basically, even though it's supposed to go here. But I try to get a little more out of the cup. I'm glad I drink a lot less coffee than I used to. I used to have a percolator right beside me, basically, always filled and always on, and always filling up my cup. And I decided not to. I had to cut down. Just not good for you. So I figure 1 or 2 big or 3 big cups like this a day, and the rest is basically water for me. Now, right now, Jody is locking Michael in the room, and Michael is calling Jody a goddamn bastard because he is apparently leaving. And I love what Michael does here to the door, but I still think that door is way too weak. He could have just ran through it, the kid, you know. Yeah, I do voice-over basically reviews, but I'm going to be changing my reviews up soon. They're going to be basically live reviews. Well, not live reviews, not like a live stream review, but you'll actually be seeing me talking, doing the review. I found that more fun. I did a video review with the Daigler, and I actually found it kind of fun to do, and I'm looking to do more stuff similar to that in the future. I do a lot of writing, though. I write down everything I do, and I have it specifically put aside so I don't copy what I do again, you know, so I don't accidentally redo the same thing. And same with my videos. I have backups for all my videos just in case something goes wrong and I lose everything. So I would have all my videos and everything I've ever did put aside so I'm safe on that. But I hear you on the writing. I do a lot of writing, lots and lots of writing on the laptop, on paper. It is fun to do, but it starts getting a little much with the fingers. That's why I started doing voiceover stuff. It still doesn't make sense to me. Michael, he puts, I believe it's a shotgun shell, and he tapes it to the end of the hammer, and he hits the door with it. It's a shotgun shell. There should have been a big blast, and his arm should have jerked all the way back type thing. He should have like maybe even broke his wrist. But it's a film. Don't think too much into it, I guess. Other than that, though, this film is fantastic. I actually enjoy this film to death. And I got to really find that spear set. I really like that. So besides horror, what is your guys' favorite franchises to watch outside of horror? Me, I like to go to the odd time, the Fast and Furious. I have them all. I find them fun. I like the characters in it. I know some of them get a little shit on sometimes, but I just watch it for the funness of the film and not for the dialogue or the main story. And when you watch it just for that, I find it is such a fun watch. It is very sad what has happened to Paul Walker, though. I do not agree how that even happened. It boggles my mind on how that happened. But yeah. Either way, another franchise I don't mind is Star Wars. Definitely, I'm a big Star Wars fan. My Star Wars stuff is on this side of the wall, though, like pointing towards my face, like here. My horror stuff is behind me. Uh, I can't wait to get more of my Star Wars stuff to show you guys. Hey, what's up? Nice for you to join my live stream, man. Now, if you guys don't know, which you guys probably don't, Dextia is actually my nephew. And he has a channel on YouTube. If you guys are interested, he does Minecraft videos. If you guys want, you can check that out. If you're into Minecraft, I don't play Minecraft, but if you guys do, he does some Minecraft videos. So yeah, basically, yeah, I know you haven't. He hasn't made a video in forever, but he does have some interesting things on his channel for those. Though I did take a little peek, and you got quite a bit of views on the videos you got. So I figured if anybody is interested that follows me or is sub to me that is really into Minecraft might not know something that you have up there already. So I just threw you out there. Is it the DCAU? I am a little lost on the DCAU abbreviation. Well, either way, Dexta, I'm just bored doing a live stream. Glad to see that you just jumped in, though. That is awesome. Maybe drop by one day. We can do a video together, and I'll put it up on my channel. That would be pretty cool. You know, maybe think of a movie that you really love, and we'll do a movie review on that. I think that would be pretty interesting. Maybe we can review some Rick and Morty seasons, which would be pretty cool, you know? Do an episode of Rick and Morty here and there. Since I know we both love Rick and Morty. Can't wait for season 4 to come out on DVD and Blu-ray. Oh boy, I can't wait to own that. Loved season 4. Oh, it will be. I'm telling you, you might be a little nervous at first, like I was, but after a while, it gets so easy and comfortable to be talking in front of a camera. DC Animated Universe. See, I wasn't sure if you're talking about DC Animated Universe or not. There's so much abbreviations. I love the DC Animated Universe. There's so much better, I found, than what they have out there as movies or TV series. I don't mind the Titan show. There's a lot of vulgarness to it. They could have toned down on that a bit. I didn't understand the hatefulness between Robin / Nightwing and Bruce Wayne, especially that early in their career. I have followed. Yeah, man. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad that you're here, man. We'll talk more about maybe doing some reviews later or something. All right. You know how to hit me up, man. Just text me or Facebook me or whatnot. And yeah, for the DC shows, I found them very, very, like I said lately, just weird. They're kind of pushing everything too close together, like the Suicide Squad thing. I was very disappointed in. They had a few cartoon movies of the Suicide Squad right after the film came out, and I was disappointed in those ones. Not the movie. The movie was cool, the Suicide Squad. What came out, I know it's not an animated thing, but when they came out with the Birds of Prey film, which is also not an animated DC, but I was disappointed in Birds of Prey very much, especially coming off of Suicide Squad. You wanted to see like a continuation, and they just it hurt watching that to me. But I really did enjoy the Batman animated series. I believe it was in the early 2000s, I think it was. They had some really great characters in that. They had a really cool looking Joker, a cool Penguin. They had Man Bat. They had Harley Quinn. They had them all. They had a whole whack, Mr. Freeze, a whole whack of them. And that was my favorite of the animated. Now, for Superman cartoons, I don't find they do them well enough. Um, I'm a big Superman fan, but I prefer the comics of Superman over anything else. Yeah, Birds of Prey was terrible. As much as Jared Leto got shit on about being the Joker, I thought it was a cool idea for the Joker to look like that for that time in that era, trying to be like a gangster type deal. I thought was interesting. Um, Not many people like that. I thought it was really cool to see him own a nightclub and be more gangster type rapper deal than being a mobster and dealing with that, because I figured they're going more with the times. I would have loved to have seen the fallout between the Joker and Harley Quinn, instead of just mentioning, yeah, we fell out. It doesn't give us a story. Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker for the voiceovers. He does a lot of Jokers for the voiceovers. Another favorite thing of mine is the Batman Arkham Asylum games, all of them. They are amazingly well done. There was a Green Lantern film I really enjoyed, animated I'm talking about, not the Ryan Reynolds piece of crap they made. Ryan Reynolds, I found a better Deadpool than anything else. It sucks that they want to kind of make him a PG character. If they do that, then Deadpool is basically officially dead. And I will no longer be watching Deadpools. I'm hoping Leto plays a good Morbius. I'm a fan of Morbius, and I hope they follow the proper storyline with Morbius. It looks like they're not, but that I knew of, Morbius was a student at the same place that Peter Parker was, doing an experiment. He ended up stealing a formula from Peter Parker, thinking that he was going to be able to cheat and pass Parker in the ratings for the school, and things went wrong, and he was working with a bat that ended up getting the serum on him and not changing the bat, but biting Morbius and changing him into a bat-like creature. And eventually Blade comes after Morbius, which I do not think we're going to see Blade at all. Blade was a big part of that little bit. I have both seen this in a cartoon animated show and read it in a comic, 2 different comics, where this happened with Morbius, Spider-Man, and Blade. And I don't think they're going to go that route, but I am excited to see the film. If you guys notice, in the trailer of Morbius, on the far wall, when Morbius is walking through an alleyway, you can see a picture of Spider-Man, a poster of Spider-Man, and it's spray-painted Murderer on it. And that is a little Easter egg referring to the last Spider-Man film that came out that had Mysterio in it as the bad guy, and how Mysterio outed Peter Parker and said that if you guys are seeing this, it means I was killed by Spider-Man, who is Peter Parker. So now everybody's kind of hunting down Peter Parker, and I'm hoping all of this concludes into each other. I know the kid that does play Peter Parker is supposed to be playing Peter Parker for quite a bit of years. Who knows, though? You know how actors are. He might just turn around and say, forget it. And there goes that. But I'm kind of looking for... I like the new Spider-Man films. I don't mind a lot of the DC, like the comic book movies that come out. I find that's what CGI is for, actually, is for these films, not anything else. because I cannot see good practical effects with the superhero films. I just can't do it. I've seen some old superhero films, like rewatch Superman with Christopher Reeves again, rewatch even the Batman with Michael Keaton. Watch those over, and you guys will see the difference of what I mean by not having the CGI in there. Kind of hurts a comic book movie. Anything else though? Take the CGI out. Maybe a war movie is okay too, but other than that, I don't like CGI in most films. Leto though, yeah, Sony, their number one thing is CGI 100%. It started off with their PlayStation, really, when you come to think about it. When PlayStation first came out, what was the main thing that was with PlayStation? And that was their videos, their cinematics in the game. Now, as PlayStation went on with their games, the longer their cinematics went on throughout their games. And then when Sony decided to become a film company because they got super huge, that's all they did. They threw cinematography, CGI at the films and hoping that it would pass off as good as it did for games. And it did at first. People were okay with it, but then now we're getting tired of it. I know I am anyway. Some people might be fans of CGI, but I know I'm not a big fan of it. Well, I actually enjoyed the Venom movie. I really did. I love the fact that who they used as an actor, but the one thing that bothered me about Venom was the area. They were in San Francisco, which he should have been in New York, not San Francisco. Even though they mentioned he just came from New York, it's still he should have came from New York with the Venom symbiote, not without this. Just that part was a little eh. But as for the way Venom was excellent. That was his mentality. That's the way Venom is supposed to be. Biting off heads was his main priority. Being a semi-good guy and hating the other symbiotes was also a big part of Venom. The CGI in the film was perfect to me. The thing that I did not like was I thought the bad guy was Carnage until they showed Carnage at the end and you found out that the bad guy was not Carnage. He had so much Carnage-like instincts and it turned out to be a character I never even really heard of before. That blew Chow. But the guy that kind of wanted to make the symbiotes like control them all, that blew Chow. I did not care for that part of the storyline. But as overall, though, all in all, of that movie, I thought was decently done. I just don't like the fact that it was not in New York. That hurt the film. He should have been Venom. Like he should have not been Venom and met Peter Parker. You know, that storyline always stayed in the comics and the cartoons, and in the movie, that part fell flat. So yes and no. The film was good, but the film was crap all at the same time. And to have also Eminem have a song in that film did not work for me. You know, they should not even have had a band or a rapper or anything like that do a Venom song. They should have just stayed with the music score. I think would have been best. But I think near the ending of Venom, they wanted to merchandise the crap out of Venom, and that's exactly what they did. And they got crap out of the ending, basically. I love the fact that they want to have Carnage in the second film, and they want to have it as Woody Harrelson playing Carnage, which I think is great. But even more, Woody Harrelson said that he's not sure if he will be in Venom 2. So if he's not behind it, I'm not sure if I'll be behind Venom 2. But yeah. Another movie that was was Aquaman. That was interesting, but also a little bleh. Shazam was another one that was okay, but eh. Um, Even Wonder Woman, that got all kinds of praise, I thought was a little drawn out and not so great. I actually enjoyed the Batman versus Superman film. I thought that was fun. Um, Even though I still think Superman should have kicked the crap out of Batman in 2 seconds, very easily. He's faster than a speeding bullet. He could have snapped his neck like that. But being Superman, I guess, not liking to kill, but still could have flew right through Batman. Just stupid little things like that throw me off. But all in all, not too shabby. Justice League film was okay. I basically love the one scene where Flash is trying to run right by the newly resurrected Clark Kent, and Clark Kent is just keeping an eye on the Flash, and the Flash is going full speed type thing, and he's just watching him. Freaks out the Flash, and the Flash kind of falls over. I thought that was fun. Thought Shazam was a lot darker than the promos made it out to be. It was. It wasn't bad. I love the fact that one of the kids in the film was from the film It, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, as Eddie, a young Eddie there. I liked him in the film. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, Other than that, though, I found a little bit of forced comedy in it. And to me, forced comedy is when they just try to do any slapstick comedy, basically, like they fall over or they laugh in a funny way to try to get you to laugh. I find that forced laughter, and I don't find that funny. And it kind of throws me off. And when films do that, I don't bother watching the rest of it. I just let it go. But sure enough, I bought Shazam. I bought Shazam, I bought Venom, I bought the Spider-Man films. I want to buy the I think it's called the 80th anniversary of the animated Batman films or something like that. It comes in like a nice box set type thing, and it has a whole whack of animated Batmans. I want to get that. I think that would be interesting and really fun to watch. All right, guys, I do apologize for this, but I gotta go take a 3-minute quick bathroom break. Maybe quicker than that. I'll try to hurry up. I do apologize for that, guys. I am back. And Phantasm officially just ended. So, time to watch the second one. Which they don't seem to have on Shudder. They only have the first, third, fourth, and fifth. Okie dokie. So, 3 it is. I still got a good hour to go there, guys, before I sign off of this. And anything that you guys might want to see that I have here? Well, the chat did dwindle quite a bit, eh? Only 1 viewer. But that is fine, guys. I do not mind. I will still stay on for 1 hour. So, who is left here in this? Who is the one person left? Good old Reggie and Phantasm. Susan is taped up double shotgun. And 4 barrels. And blow away one of those little creatures. It's a fun one though, Phantasm 3. Well, whoever the one person is sticking with me, I do appreciate it. I know it's not the most exciting live stream, and I do apologize for that. One day I will come up with the theme for a live stream, which would probably be best. I might end up ending it a little sooner than expected. But still not too bad. I had a good hour and a half. Yeah, so I'm going to end it here, guys. I knew I was going to keep it until 5 Eastern time, but either way, thank you all for dropping by my live stream. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome, every last single one of you. It is fantastic that you guys just drop on by, leave some remarks, and I just love this. This is amazing to me, guys. Okay, so either way, before I start rambling, I will leave it here. Thanks for stopping by. You all take care. Ciao.